Hello, you gorgeous people. I always get stumped at that part. God damn it, I'll get it right one day. Anyways, so I really wanted to make this video because I want to connect with the people that have ever suffered a long period of sadness or a long period of anger or a long period of frustration or a long period of almost like a numbing, a boredom, anything, any long period where you haven't felt much happiness or much bliss or much magic. I want to connect with you because I want to share with you a little part of my journey and what has really just turned the tables, tipped the scales into happiness and magic. And so, firstly, like, when you're in that stage, sometimes it can feel endless. You don't know if you're going to be okay, if you're ever going to smile again, or if you're ever going to hear your own voice laugh. In those moments, you feel so empty inside and so alone. But you're not alone. You never have been. And you never will be. These moments are perfectly normal. They are so normal. The majority of the world has long periods of either sadness, anger, frustration, boredom, uneasiness, numbing, uncomfortableness, fear. That is such a normal part of being a human. And through these stages, the one thought to remind yourself with is, this too shall pass. Because it does. Everything does. That is nature. That is the law of nature. Change. So sadness will pass. Just like happiness will pass. Excitement will pass, anger will pass, fear will pass. Because that is the law of nature, and that is the experience of being human, is to feel all of these emotions. And to know that they will come and they will go. And they will be different every time, for different reasons, for different situations, for different circumstances. So knowing in these long stints that this too shall pass is what will get you through each day. And this is where I truly found my magic, and even more so recently, because I have been through long stints, really, really long stints of uncomfortable emotions, of sadness, of anger, of hatred, of frustration, of boredom, of numbing, of uneasiness, of uncomfortableness. I've also felt long stints of happiness, long stints of excitement, long stints of peace and calming and balance. And through the long stints of the uncomfortable emotions, the emotions that I really, really struggled with, those times that I really struggled with, that I felt really challenged, the one thing that I've noticed that brings that small smile to my face is the little moments where I'm completely present and I notice something that's happening in the real world, or something that's happening around me. And you have to be so present to notice these things. Because when you're not present, when you're stuck in your head, in whatever emotion is going up, in the thoughts that are controlling it, you miss everything that is around you. Everything just passes by and you don't see it or smell it or hear it. Like the little birds chirping right now. So become present. Take a breath and then look around you. Because you will see something that'll put a smile on your face. Because there is magic everywhere in every moment. You just have to be open to it. Some of the most magical moments in some of my most challenging times have been seeing an old couple dancing under those, I don't know what they're called, like a gondola. It's with the white pillars, think Sound of Music, where they're singing, I'm just 16, going on 17. That song? They were dancing, like old school dancing. And it was beautiful in this green park. There was just green area, lush green in this beautiful park under this gondola. That, I will never forget that moment. Never. And that was in one of my most painful periods of time. But that moment, it brings a massive smile to my face. And it was just merely because I was present. I was with them and I saw something beautiful. If you can step into the presence of the moment and just look and listen and feel, you will find happiness. You will feel your lips turn up into the biggest smile from the smallest thing. You just need to be there and witness it. Another beautiful moment is just going for a walk and witnessing a person smiling to themselves because they've seen something beautiful. That in itself will put a smile on your face. I remember during Vipassana in the beginning of this year, it was like hell for me, like goddamn hell. I cried every day. Wait, there might have been one day out of 10 that I didn't cry, but I remember again a moment just because I was present. I was present enough, I had stopped crying, and I think just walking along the pathway, and I was miserable, like I was goddamn miserable. My past came back to bite me on the ass in those meditation moments, I tell ya. Which I'm so grateful for. But in that moment where I was just feeling so hollow and just in so much pain, one of the women was walking down the pathway towards me, and she wasn't looking at me, she was looking at the mountain behind me, and she had this huge grin on her face because what she saw was beautiful to her. And for me, seeing her smile was beautiful to me and put a massive smile on my face. It broke what I was feeling and just sent light and happiness through my body. It was incredible. So drop in to the present moment. Drop in. Take a breath. Open your eyes. Look around you and just watch. Because you will see something magic. Absolutely magic. And that memory will stay with you for the rest of your life. And I tell you what, after you leave those long stints of darkness or uncomfortableness, that'll be what you remember. Not the pain. You will remember that small moment that put that huge smile and warmth in your heart. And when you smile, you will feel gratitude flood you. There have been so many moments that when I have smiled, I have actually cried in gratitude for just smiling. It is some of the most beautiful moments I've ever had. Never take a smile for granted, especially your own. I love you all, and remember, this too shall pass. But while you're in this, see the magic around you. It'll change your very being in that moment. I love you all. Mwah.